Sean always believed the world was his stage, a playground where rules were optional. Raised in luxury, with a silver spoon and a golden leash on his Belgian Malinois, Duke, Sean lived for attention and thrived on rebellion. The historic Unity Square, bustling with tourists snapping photos of the ceremonial guards, was just another backdrop for his antics. The afternoon sun painted the square in warm hues, but Sean found no joy in its beauty. "This is painfully dull," he grumbled to his best friend Eric, who stood beside him. "How do these people find this entertaining?" Eric, the ever-practical voice of reason, sighed. "It's not about fun, Sean. It's about respecting tradition. Just let it be." But Sean's mind had already wandered. His mischievous eyes landed on one of the stoic ceremonial guards standing rigid by the gate. An idea began to form, reckless and audacious. "Eric, what do you think would happen if Duke shook things up for that guy?" Sean asked, his grin widening. Eric's face turned pale. "Don't even think about it," he warned. "Those guards don't mess around, and you know Duke can get too excited. This isn't the time or place for your jokes." Sean ignored him. "Relax, it's harmless fun." He crouched beside Duke, whispering to the dog. "All right, buddy, time to shine." The crowd's murmurs grew as Sean unleashed Duke, who bolted towards the guard, barking loudly. Tourists gasped, cameras clicked, and Sean basked in the chaos he had unleashed. But the guard didn't flinch. His stoic demeanor remained intact, his eyes fixed forward. Sean laughed loudly, mocking the guard. "Look at him. He's like a statue. Come on, lighten up." Duke, confused by the lack of reaction, growled and inched closer. The atmosphere shifted. The once cheerful buzz turned tense. Eric tugged at Sean's arm. "Call him back, Sean. This is serious." Before Sean could respond, the guard's voice rang out like thunder. "Halt!" Duke froze, his ears pinned back. The commanding tone silenced the square. Sean, however, couldn't resist mocking the situation. "Oh, come on, it was a joke. Don't any of you people have a sense of humor?" The crowd wasn't amused. Disapproving murmurs turned into calls for action. Someone shouted, "Call the cops." Eric's voice turned urgent. "Sean, stop this right now. You're crossing a line." But Sean thrived on defiance. His anger boiled over as he stormed toward the guard. "You're not even a real person, are you? Just a ridiculous costume." In a moment of reckless impulse, Sean grabbed the guard's brass button and yanked. The crowd gasped, their collective intake of breath a prelude to chaos. The next moments unfolded in a blur. Security officers tackled Sean, pinning him to the cobblestones. His designer jacket tore, and his cries of protest echoed across the square. "Let me go! This is insane!" The crowd erupted into scattered applause. "Serves him right," someone shouted. As Sean was hauled to his feet, a police car pulled up, its lights flashing. An officer stepped out, his calm authority slicing through the chaos. "Sir, you're under arrest for disrupting public order and tampering with a ceremonial guard. Cooperate, or we'll have to escalate this." For the first time, Sean's bravado faltered. The cold metal of the handcuffs bit into his wrists, grounding him in the reality of his actions. The crowd jeered, phones capturing every humiliating second as he was led to the patrol car. Eric watched from a distance, his expression a mix of disappointment and pity. As Sean was escorted past him, Eric murmured, "I told you, Sean. You can't keep pushing people like this. Maybe this time, you'll learn." Sean didn't respond. His mind raced, replaying the events that had spiraled out of control. The weight of his choices bore down on him as the car door slammed shut, locking him in with his regret. The crowd dispersed, their whispers fading into the hum of the city. Unity Square returned to its serene state, the stoic guard once again standing tall and unshaken, a silent witness to the consequences of hubris.